When you're talking about prepositional phrases, you almost always have to start with a scene like this. And you might ask yourself, why the frick is this guy showing you a video of a dog running into a wall? Well, let me tell you. First of all, prepositional phrases usually start with a preposition, obviously. And what is a preposition, you ask? Well, prepositions indicate direction. For instance, the dog running away from the wall would be very different than a dog running into a wall. It tells you the direction. If he's going away from it, you know he's moving further away from the wall. Whereas if he's running into it, you know he's going to, smack into it. It tells you the direction something's happening. So when you see it in a sentence, first you'll see the article, and in English the only articles really are the, a, or an. And you might see, so you'll see the a or an at the beginning, and then you'll see something like the dog ran into the door, dog being the noun, ran being the verb. You could get, freaking fancy if you want to and say something like the dog ran into the broken door, or the dog ran into the broken, splintered, unhinged door. If you want to get freaking crazy with your Kung Fu English. But, just some everyday examples. The man came from the store. That means, the man's gone to the store. He's bought his Hefeweizen and his fat tire, whatever he wants, and he's happily on his way home to drink it. Whereas if you change the prepositional phrase and you say the boy went to the store, the boy took his $1 or $2 allowance. He's excited. He's off to the store. He hasn't been there yet. So not only does it represent direction, it represents time. It tells you when something happened. And you can usually infer it by the direction the person's going. So for instance, you could also switch it around and say, to the store the boy went. You could even Yoda-ize it all the way and say, to the store went the boy. I sound like a freaking, Chinese man when I say it, but that's what a prepositional phrase is. And if you really want to break it down, prepositional phrases break down into the preposition, which is the direction or the time telling you about where something's happening. And then you might have a modifier like the or a with some other, stuff. And then you'll have the noun, the pronoun, or the gerund. And if you don't know what a gerund is, just go back up to the YouTube search bar, type in gerund, and I'm sure some idiot with too much time on his hand has also made a freaking video about gerunds. So, but it might look something like this. The preposition might be beneath, and the noun, pronoun, or gerund might be moonlight. You don't need a modifier all the time. But you do need the preposition and the noun, the pronoun, or the gerund. And in a complete sentence, it'll look something like this. The lovers kissed beneath moonlight. And again, if you want to, you can get frickin' fancy with it. You could change it all around and say, the lovers kissed beneath the desolate moonlight. However the frick you want to say it. It has to have the noun at the end, the preposition at the beginning, and any modifiers that you want for those two things in the middle. And that, my friends, is a prepositional phrase in a nutshell.